Welcome to Sports Zone 247, your ultimate source for all things football. Stay up to date with the latest football news. Match highlights, transfer rumors, player updates, and in-depth analysis from top leagues around the world. Our first news is Transfer News Live. Man United agrees £74 million Sesko deal, Liverpool star set for exit, Arsenal latest. Manchester United have won the race for Benjamin Šeško. Liverpool have agreed a deal to cash in on Darwin Núñez, and Jack Grealish may be on the verge of finding a new home. The Premier League is now just a week away from its big kick-off, but we still have several major transfer sagas ongoing, none more so than Alexander Isak. The Newcastle forward is training away from the first team as Eddie Howe takes a strong stance over his future. Liverpool have seen a bid rejected for the Swede, but are tipped to return flush with cash from the sales of Harvey Elliott and Darwin Núñez, who is edging towards a move to Saudi Arabia. Manchester United are closing in on their new number 9 in the shape of Benjamin Šeško, with the highly rated young striker having chosen Old Trafford over Newcastle, much to Alan Shearer's frustration. Jack Grealish may be on his way to Everton if they can make the finances work. Chelsea could offload striker Nicholas Jackson, and Rio Ferdinand has had his say on one unrealistic, top-flight deal. Benjamin Šeško is set to become a Manchester United player today. The Slovenian flew into Manchester last night on a private jet ahead of his £74 million move from RB Leipzig. It is thought that he will have his medical and sign his contract later today. Benjamin Šeško has touched down in the United Kingdom ahead of his £74 million transfer to Manchester United. The RB Leipzig striker only saw his move to Old Trafford get the green light on Thursday afternoon, but has wasted no time travelling across Europe. Šeško will sign a 5-year contract with the Red Devils, having sensationally snubbed a more lucrative offer from Premier League rivals Newcastle. Eddie Howe's side opened the bidding war earlier this week, seeing a second offer worth £71 million up front accepted. However, the feeling was that the Slovenian was waiting on an offer from Manchester, which was launched on Wednesday. That deal will see Leipzig rake in £66.4 million up front, add-ons of £7.6 million and a friendly against the 20-time champions of England. Manchester United have moved a step closer to signing Benjamin Šeško after striking a deal in principle with RB Leipzig for the sought-after striker. Šeško, 22, has emerged as a priority target for United in their search for a new number 9. And after following fresh talks with Leipzig in recent days, they have now beaten Newcastle to a deal for the Slovenia international. Per The Athletic, United will pay €76.5 million, £66.4 million, up front, and a further €8.5 million, £7.3 million, in add-ons to sign Šeško. Our last news is Benjamin Šeško to immediately get 4 strict rules at Man United after £74 million transfer. Manchester United are on the verge of securing a £74 million deal for RB Leipzig striker, Benjamin Šeško, but the star will have to adhere to a number of Ruben Amorim strict rules at Old Trafford. Benjamin Šeško will have to adhere to a host of new rules when he joins Manchester United. The Red Devils are closing in on a £74 million deal for the RB Leipzig striker, despite competition from Newcastle. Šeško favors a move to Old Trafford over the Magpies and has told RB Leipzig chiefs of his desire. United have made a first bid, although it was lower than Newcastle's offer, and are continuing talks to strike a deal, with the Slovenia international increasingly likely to be the number 9 that Ruben Amorim has chased for much of the summer. However, the 22-year-old may be in for a stark wake-up call should he arrive in the northwest, given how Amorim has wasted no time in laying down the law since his own arrival last November. The Portuguese tactician has implemented a number of new rules since taking over from Erik ten Hag, with hopes of turning the tide at United. The first major rule that the 40-year-old implemented upon his arrival was banning his coaches from dishing out complex instructions, with the ideology that things need to be simplified before they are passed down. He also decided to ban players from using international breaks as holiday opportunities, after Marcus Rashford and Casemiro jetted off to the United States in November for leisure after being left out of their respective national teams. Amorim said of the changes, "We as a club have to set the standards and manage that. It's my decision if they can have 5 days, or 3 days, or 3 days to rest and you cannot fly. This is something that us as a club have to decide. So this must be started in the club, with us and me being responsible in that area. Amorim has also banned food in the dressing room on match days after emphasizing that he looks to prioritize physical fitness within his team, while the fourth rule that Amorim has put in place sees losing teams in training sessions forced to pick up equipment used on the day. Amorim has upped his standards ahead of the new campaign, following a disastrous Premier League campaign that saw the Red Devils finish 15th in the league standings. Diogo Dalot has stressed that the club may not be for everyone at present. Speaking about Amorim's way of doing things, the Portugal international said, "If you want to be in Manchester United, you need to match some standards. If you can't match them, it's not a place for you." The message is really clear. If you love football transfer updates, league news, and all things soccer, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Let's stay connected and keep up with the latest from the world of football together.